Alright.
And the stream is up. Let's close some of this. I've also been playing KSP a little bit.
That's something.
I mean, I only played it once.
I haven't
but
played the PSP. Like it's not really mine. It's my dad's PSP, and he only had like 3 games for it. One of them was like a space racing game or some crap, or KSP. Oh, I was like, PSP. Oh, okay. Yeah, but
I used to play it a lot, like years ago, but then I just kind of got uninterested, and I recently re-downloaded it, and
Kerbal Space Program. It's one of those games that I've never played, but I've watched Vinny play, and it looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah. Okay, there it is. All right. Huh. All right. Okay. Finally. Not sure why that happens.
What?
And the game's also muted.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Frick, what am I doing? Actually forgot to grind on Earthbound.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna disconnect from Minecraft and start on that. Also, the microphone.
Yeah.
That I ordered finally came in.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I can't use it because it doesn't have a USB adapter. So yeah, it's not one of the like USB specific ones, just a generic one. So now I have to get a USB phone for it.
That's why you don't use MacBooks or whatever.
Yeah. It's not really a MacBook, it's a Mac, but same thing really. I'm gonna see if I can actually get Ness like over leveled.
Yeah.
That way maybe I won't have to grind on the next step, which will...
I'm actually going the wrong way.
I don't even know.
You sound like me.
I think the next grinding step at Earthbound is like after Tucson, because Tucson's not bad.
Yeah.
But the road to Paulus...
I don't actually
freaking... the words cannot describe. It's just best when I get there for you to see what kind of complete and total BS enemies that they give you to fight.
Yeah.
Because it's freaking stupid.
Huh.
Even though by the time you leave the Happy Village, like, the enemies are pretty easy, but,
I don't actually know anything other than a few of the town names and like.
Well, it's typical RPG maker. It's typical JRPG thing where like they throw a bunch of absolute cheap as frick OP enemies at you, and expect you to grind on those so you die a million times. But by the time you leave the area that you're supposed to be grinding in and you've beaten the boss or whatever, those enemies that were giving you a bunch of crap when you came in are, like, easy as heck.
Yeah. I don't know where any of these things I need to get now are. It's the typical Metroid thing. Well, the Metroid Prime thing, because it's not usually in Metroid, but you know how it is. It's like, okay, it's not in Metroid usually, but it's in Zelda a lot, where after you beat all the dungeons, there's like another fetch quest.
Yeah, that typical, like Zelda was like, in order to get to Gerudo, you have to do a fetch quest.
Yeah. And it's the same thing here. Where, well, I have to get 12 things in order to get to the final area of the game. And of course, it's up to you to find them all in typical Metroid fashion.
So it's basically just involves a lot of backtracking.
Yeah. But I forget where all the things are.
And when worst comes to worst, you can just pull up, like, freaking IGN or whatever website does all the walkthrough.
Yeah.
I think it's IGN nowadays, but I don't know.
Oh, right. Here we go. Sorry about that. I don't even need to do this anymore. I can just walk.
Expansion.
It's interesting how in this darkness you can only see that, like, the glow of this door.
Which does help, like, keep you from having to use the heat vision or whatever.
Yeah. But I always remembered that. It's an interesting effect.
It's like bioluminescent stuff. I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense since it is supposed to be like radiation kind of thing.
Now back the way we came. I don't want to do this all over again. Maybe I can cheese it. That's what I'm talking about.
What, you actually cheesed it?
Almost. I keep missing. I think what you gotta do is do it. Yeah, there you go. Okay, I got it. Where did he go? Get muted, bros, in the chat.
Oh.
I hope that this stream isn't. All I hope it's that it. I am so sorry for my rustiness. I've not done this in a long time, and I hope to get better, but I don't know how good I can be at this.
Stuff like that takes a long time. Like, it's actually really interesting because, like, I recently watched some of Vinny's, like, really old streams.
Yeah?
And even then, he was, like, way, like, softer and not as obnoxious as he is now. He's not super obnoxious, but he makes more jokes now.
Uh-huh.
But, like, his older streams, not even that old, like, maybe 2 years into Vinesauce, his streams then were, like, a ton more mellow, where he just sort of sit there and, like, chill, commentated on stuff.
Uh-huh.
So it's really just kind of like a thing you gotta practice at.
Yeah. That's pro. Didn't know we could do that.
Yeah.
Got lucky. I have a recording of this ambient music from like 2007.
Dang, just like recording off of the game.
Yeah.
That's one way to do it. Heck, it's probably, I think that's how most like OSTs were made back in the olden days of YouTube.
Uh-huh.
People just sitting there with a mic or using recording software on their computer to record the stuff.
Uh-huh. Though I think at the time it was my GameCube attached to the computer through a like an audio cable.
Which is definitely better than just some really nicely condensed. You can like hear maybe a keyboard click in the background.
Uh-huh.
Because I found it, I think it was like, I think it was some random video game music. And you could kind of hear someone talking in the background at one point.
Yeah.
And there were people in the comments saying, like, in the comments from, like, a year ago, even though the thing was posted in, like, 2009.
Yeah.
They were like, well, was someone else there? Or were you recording this with a freaking phone or something?
Uh-huh.
And chances are they probably were, like, because of how people just, the quality standard on YouTube has risen quite a bit.
Yeah.
They're just both kind of good and, I guess, a little bit kind of bad, because of, you kind of lose some of that tacky charm, I guess.
Uh-huh. I remember that, and it was even worse in 2007 and whatnot. Well, not worse, but you know.
Yeah.
Like, imagine, you know, like, I'm not sure if you remember that.
I don't.
But,
I've seen, like YouTube, like, videos detailing the olden YouTube, but I don't remember it, because I wasn't even, like, a YouTube watcher at that point.
when did you start watching YouTube?
I think it was 2008, and at that time I stuck only to music videos.
Right. Well, that would have been close enough.
Yeah. And I just pull up music from Pokemon games, so I didn't have, because originally I occasionally, like, while I'm drawing, I just stand around in like an area of Pokemon and just turn the DS all the way up. Like, yeah, I don't need an iPod, I got this. Oh,
I remember having like
Dad is calling.
What?
The dad in Earthbound is calling because he thinks I've been on the game for 2 hours when it's really just I've like save stated and gotten off, so it keeps the amount of time I'm playing.
So he doesn't know that he's been stated.
Yeah. So he's like, you've been playing for 2 hours, when in reality it's been like a day since I've played this. And 10's where you wanted me to be the boss of this dungeon. So I'm gonna see if I can get it. I want to see how high level I can get just goofing off.
Yeah?
And then maybe by the time I get there, it'll be like 3 hits and you're dead. Because it's not really a tough boss. It's just decently weak. And he does a stupid attack that takes away your pretty limited PSI.
Anyway, back to the YouTube thing. I remember YouTube from 2006, but I didn't watch it much of the time.
Yeah.
In fact, I had dial-up at the time, so it was really hard. It was near impossible to watch a video because you had to wait like 15 minutes for it to load. And then once it loaded, you made sure that you didn't fucking close the page unless you really wanted to stop.
Yeah, I remember having to like freaking just like skip parts of the video just so make it stop loading. And that was in 2008.
Yeah, I remember that. Like when
I could just stop loading, and it's like, what the frick? And you know that your internet's not like screwed up or anything, so you just have to skip a little bit of the video, and then it's fine for some reason.
I remember that. Like sometimes it would just stop. Like you'd be watching a video and you'd see the bar that would indicate how much of the video's buffered, and
and it would just like freaking stop. It was weird.
Yeah,
and I guess it occasionally does that, but that's mainly due to external issues rather than YouTube being weird.
But yeah, that was a bitch back in the day. Because I'd have to, you know, you'd have to click the video to make it load again.
Or refresh the page like 15 times.
And the videos weren't really that high of a quality. Like, I remember back in the real old days of YouTube where it was 240p on YouTube?
Yeah, I've seen 240p on YouTube. I've come across a couple of really old videos that it's like, what am I looking at? I can kind of tell what it is, but at the same time not at all.
And I remember then that was the only thing, like, you could tell it was bad and you were clamoring for more, like, please.
Yeah.
But that's just how it was. And I remember, I think it was late 2007, they added 360p with stereo, and it's like, ooh, stereo. And I remember there being like, yeah, stereo on YouTube was a big deal at the time. Nowadays, everyone's like, lol, you know, if it's not stereo, then what even is it? Like, they have no they don't even remember, like,
they don't know the trials and tribulations.
Yeah.
That were the olden YouTube. They have it easy.
Yeah.
And then there was like, wasn't there like a 400p, a 420 or something like that?
I think it was, yeah, in 2009. Yeah, it was,
Yeah, I've watched a video in 420p.
like, I remember, it was just 240p for a while, and we were all clamoring for more. And then eventually they came out with 360p, which they didn't even advertise at first. Like, you had to change the URL on the page to view it. And then
trying to hog all that resolution for themselves, man.
I think it was like to watch videos in 240, to watch videos in 360p, you do. I think you type it, you just add FMT equals 13 to the end of the URL. And then the video would be in 360p in stereo. And then, so yeah, there was that for a while. Eventually they added an HQ button to the player that would allow you to view it without changing the URL. And I always thought it was nice that we could just view it in HQ.
Yeah, rather than having to do an extra step. It's kind of BS anyways.
And eventually, so it was 360p for a while. And it was really nice in comparison. Like, you could actually see the contents without it being all blocky.
The freaking compression on some of the videos I've seen, it's truly beautiful. It's nothing like looking at like footage of freaking Bomberman 64, and Bomberman's literally just like freaking blocks. He's like got a giant block coming off of his head, which isn't in the game, it's just because of the video quality. And it's just like, yeah, that's my kind of gameplay. High resolution capture card. And totally not just scan lines from the recording of a TV.
So yeah, eventually, so it was that for a while. And then, 480p came in 2009. Or it might have been late 2008, I don't know. And that was really nice, but I didn't use it much because it was, most videos weren't in 480p at the time. Like, they'd upload it in 360p because they knew.
Yeah.
Like, people who make videos. Including myself, I did that. And also, 480p was hard on my computer at the time. You know, like rendering 480p. I could do it, but, you know, it'd make the video take longer to make.
But yeah, I've watched videos in 480p before.
Uh-huh.
And of course, none of them were like ones that I watched at the time. It was literally just ones that I found. Just videos that I dug up that were listed in 480p as their only resolution because it was posted around that time and they never updated the resolution.
Uh-huh. And then after that they added HD, like 720p, which wasn't too considering that I didn't watch 480p that much at the time, I watched 720p even less, especially because my internet connection at the time was a lot worse than it is now, so it's hard.
Yeah.
And I'm having control failures, like I can't do this.
I don't usually watch videos in 720p unless it's like something I really want to see in high resolution anyways. Like a trailer for a new game, or like say Vinny's playing a game that's like really super detailed and pretty.
Yeah.
Then I set it to like wait the minute or two for the video to reload so I can watch it.
Yeah.
But other than that, I just watch everything in the standard default resolution.
Mm-hmm. Another thing back then is that most videos weren't like most videos weren't as well, you know what I'm talking about, like
And I guess weren't as complex.
well, I'm thinking like corporate.
Yeah, that's right. Like they were kind of more freelance, so you kind of expected a lower quality, but no one was complaining because that was just like the thing.
Yeah, that's just how it was.
And now in order to actually get anywhere on YouTube, you have to be a freaking corporate sellout.
Yeah.
You got to sell your soul to Machinima, or wait, no, Machinima's like technically screwed now. So you have to sell your soul to protect yourself from the Wall Street Journal. So you don't get, your videos don't get demonetized for being offensive or some crap.
Yeah, but back in the day, that's how it was, and that's how my videos still are, because I just never changed. And I think that could be considered stagnant, but it's better than what... It's better.
It's better than half the content. Like, if people are looking for, like, new, interesting, throwback-style content, then there it freaking is. And there's still quite a few people on YouTube who still do that. They don't have the high editing or whatever. Entire channels that's content has stayed pretty much exactly the same. Like Pilot Red Sun, who makes he's the guy who made Garfield.
Yeah.
The Garfield meme. He's the guy who made that. And he also made, and like literally his whole channel is just those kinds of animations. This kind of really weird, sort of trippy looking MS Paint animations. And that's his whole channel, and he's still uploading videos to this day, and his content has not changed. It's got, well, his animation's gotten better, a ton better. But other than that, just the way he uploads and his style has stayed the same, and it's great. Which is proof that you don't have to freaking become corporate to get some kind of following.
Yeah.
So maybe you just have to be kind of stand outy, because people these days are always scrounging up, like, weird YouTube channels, like, top 10 weirdest YouTube channels.
Yeah.
It's your host, insert name from Watch Mojo, counting down the top 10 weirdest YouTube channels. And then they just list them off. And that's how those people get publicity, unfortunately. Is that the corporate losers are like, let's make a buck off of them by advertising them for being weird. But hey, some people who like watch those videos and actually do like that stuff could find like cool content creators out there. So I guess it kind of works a little bit.
Invincible boxes.
Oh, great.
And this is the wrong one.
Scenery boxes.
Okay, so a power bomb doesn't destroy it, but a missile does. Not even like a super missile. Just
yeah, seems legit.
Yeah.
Seems like they really thought long and hard about how those boxes work. And totally didn't just put them in the games like, hey, what's gonna kill these? I don't know, missiles?
Yeah, and then they didn't think about anything else.
Yeah.
Clearly they didn't think that anyone would be here for any amount of time.
Yeah, they'd be like, well, players have got other things to do, so they'll probably not even notice it.
Yeah. And also the quality of this area is a little bit lower.
Yeah, it's just kind of, it's just kind of, like, kind of ugly and boring.
Yeah.
I guess would be the best term to describe it. I mean, it's got some interesting, like, you know, like, dilapidated space stuff going on, but not too different from places that do it better.
Right.
I love how Samus looks like a total edgelord now. It's like Shadow Samus.
Yeah. Actually, I didn't think it was that bad.
Yeah, it's not that bad. It doesn't have
I
freaking spikes on her, so it probably would have taken it over.
In
Like,
fact, I
a little
almost
bit
don't
overkill.
like
Instead,
how
she
this,
kind of looks just sleek without being overly edgy. And also, just as a frame of reference point, she's not known to be incredibly edgy. Just a total badass. So, like, any extra edge that's brought on by the suit's not going to actually affect her as a character. Unless you're talking other M, but no one's talking other M.
Yeah. I think I went the wrong way. No, this is the right way.
I haven't checked my level.
Huh.
But I'm actually waiting because I want to see what happens when I level up again. Pretty sure I'm past 10. So I'm already pretty dang good for being the boss.
I forgot where the other thing for this was. Not there. Huh. Maybe it's in one of these other things. I think so. Ah. You know, it's this area, like the feel of this area, has appeared in a lot of Metroid dreams of mine.
Because it's just sort of a like common subconscious thing that that your mind is latched onto or whatever.
Yeah.
There's just random things that you don't even really like know so much about that your mind just for some reason just keeps repeating or whatever. Like for example, just brick and or beige walls with like pool table colored floors. I don't care about pool table colored floors, and I don't really. I guess bricks are nice, but I don't like beige walls. But those keep freaking appearing in dreams.
Well, I'm trying to think about why.
Maybe it's like the impression that it sort of makes.
Yeah, I think so, because
it's a really notable area. You know, you can't look. It's not one of those game areas that you're going to be able to really forget. Because it's pretty expansive and it's got such a interesting mix of like ice, cave, and water at the same time.
Not to mention all the like the tunnels and whatnot.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is that it's really expansive.
Yeah, it's like a
I think you pretty much hit the head then. I think you pretty much hit the nail on the head there. And I don't know, but... I mean, but I'll tell you one thing right now. The thing that I most remember is the caves.
Yeah.
The caves and a bit of the tunnels as well. But mainly the caves. It's not something that you normally see in this game. Or at least not in this style.
Yeah, I mean, you see, like, caves and stuff before, but this is kind of like the main cave action area. Where most of the caves sort of got real work put into them.
I guess, yeah.
Let's check my actual book. Level 11. Huh. That was disappointing. I felt like it grinded for a while. And I'm one level over the status code.
Yeah. Well, that was bullshit.
What?
Just look at the stream.
Oh, frick! You got BS there.
Yeah, did you see how it just snatched my jump?
Yeah, it was like the platform used its ethereal platform mind powers.
I know what it was. It was the grapple beam point. But man, that was bullshit. Like, I tried to jump onto that platform. And the reason I can, no. Here's this transition. If you really knew what it, like, if you were if you were persistent in looking for things by looking at the graphic that your beam shows when it hits something, you could spot something. Like, you see this thing right here. You notice how it has a thing that it leaves over, then it fades away?
Yeah.
Well, this one, you see that?
Yeah.
You see how it doesn't have the thing that gets left over?
Yeah, it doesn't have the bullet mark.
Uh-huh.
Or I guess the laser mark, I don't know. What do you call that?
Yeah.
But it doesn't have that.
Uh-huh. And you could easily find things that way.
Similar to like Zelda's little sword thing where if you hit the wall and it makes a tink sound,
Yeah.
then you know you've got a secret or a room.
Except unintentional, because I don't think they intended that.
Yeah, I don't think they intended that.
Five more things.
5 more Chozo, or more like plot artifacts.
Yeah.
Because they just exist to, not really plot, more like Chozo padding artifacts.
Uh-huh.
Because they exist to pad. They aren't even really there for plot unless you like flavor text, I guess.
Uh-huh. At least they try to explain it away.
Yeah. So it's not just like, chosen one, you have to get the 3 crystals of the universe before you can meet the next area's boss.
Yeah.
Because, you power something? And they never actually fully explain it. They're just like, get these things so you can win.
Yeah. Right. Unfortunately, there's not much here. Kinda leaves a lot to your imagination. Which I think is a bit of a shame.
Yeah.
But,
Wow. The insane amount of luck of me checking my stats right now. Guess what great number my stats have landed on for the amount of XP I need to get to the next level.
1337.
Nope. It's 666. Spooky. Literally, I just decided to check my stats, see how much I had left. And freaking 666.
The numbers that I had in mind were 1337, 31,337, 69, 42. I think that's about it. But I think that about covers a lot of them mean numbers.
Yeah. But nope. It's the granddaddy of all meme numbers. So I guess 666 has become its own meme itself just because of how many times it's been overused as a creepypasta plot point.
Yeah.
And then I checked the game file of the weird Mario game I got from the old man, and the file read 666 all the way across hyper-realistically.
Even though Mario games don't let you name anything.
Yeah, outside of letters.
Yeah.
No, I think, if it was Paper Mario, then you'd be able to name letters. I don't think numbers will.
Well, I was thinking about something like Super Mario World or something.
Yeah, you can't even... But it's and then it was the spooky devil number, and then devil is never brought up again because it turns out it's being possessed by, a dead kid or some crap.
Yeah.
I Bob, and I was killed, and now I haunt the game cartridge because it's my favorite game.
Uh-huh.
And now I'm gonna torment people for some reason because I'm bully, I guess.
The only one I remember of that is Ben Drown.
Yeah, Ben Drown's the one who did it. I think there might have been another one who had... I've seen a few that had, haunted souls of people who got deaded for some reason or another.
Uh-huh.
But I don't think I've seen one that does the whole, dead kid thing all the way. Ben Drown was the only one who really did that, and that was pretty good.
Yeah. Way back in 2010 was I think it might have been early 2011, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But either way, in fact, before that, I didn't know about creepypasta.
Let's see. The first creepypasta I learned about through creepypasta was on a Pokemon chat board for a Pokedex app. They had it was one of those early Pokedex apps before any real source of Pokedex outside of the internet websites existed. And this was say 2008, so around the time when I started watching YouTube. But I only watched music videos then. So anyways, I got the Pokedex app so I could read about what levels Pokemon evolve. It had a chat room feature where people could talk about Pokemon stuff and trade and whatever.
Uh-huh.
And someone brought up something about creepypasta, and they were I can't even remember what they said, but they were you guys know what creepypasta is? And I was no. And they posted Squidward suicide. And I thought that was the scariest thing. Oh my god. Nowadays, I just think it's freaking stupid. It overdoes it. It's a really dumb concept.
Yeah.
The plot revolves around an unpaid intern in Nickelodeon Studios being allowed to watch a freaking early footage of a cartoon, which I don't think they do because unpaid intern. Why would they? I mean, I guess maybe if they're bored or whatever, and it's yeah, you can go ahead and watch this new SpongeBob episode.
Uh-huh.
But And then the fact that the creepypasta like overuses the freaking gore and shock factor to death.
Uh-huh.
Like it practically it stabs itself in the foot all the way through as soon as it starts the whole gore and shock. I think it was also the first creepypasta to popularize the use of hyperrealisticness.
Huh.
But yeah, I thought that was absolutely terrifying. And then later they showed Ben Drowned, and Ben Drowned I thought was also super scary because there was like videos for it, and I was like, oh my god, it's real.
Uh-huh.
It's a really haunted, real game cartridge for real. Until like I think a year or so later, after I'd forgotten all about it, I saw a video that was debunking it by doing exactly like everything Judge Visible did in those videos using Game Sharks.
Yeah, not to mention that it's on an emulator.
Yeah, that's why the real 64. I got a real 64, and I got a real cartridge of Majora's Mask, and that stuff looks muddy as heck. I mean, it's like a charming kind of muddy, but it's still really muddy. It's not crisp or anything.
Yeah. Yeah, but before that, I'd only known about copy pasta.
Yeah, which was the original thing that creepypasta was derived from. From memes to screams.
Yeah.
And now to just memes to more memes, because no one takes creepypastas. I haven't seen a good creepypasta in so long. Like a legitimate, current, good creepypasta. I have not seen one. Which is insane, because, you know, there's hundreds of those things. They're made, like, fresh every day. And I've not seen one, because all of them do the same freaking thing wrong. And a lot of them that, like, people praise nowadays are the ones that prey on your emotions. And that's not part of what makes them creepy. If you're trying to make someone, like, cry, it's like... There was one creepypasta that I read, like, really early on that I thought was really good. It was a creepypasta about, like, this person's Pokemon Yellow version, where they had a Raichu that was named something, and it was, like, their only friend because they were losers. And they were like, Raichu, you're my best friend. And, then, like, they forgot about it and got real friends and a life and something. And then they came back, and then the Raichu Pokemon, it became sentient, and it was like, why did you leave me behind? I thought we were friends. And you abandoned me, and it's like... And, like, that like, legit made me feel super sad, and I was like, oh, no. And looking back on it now, I feel like a freaking idiot, because that's not what a creepypasta is. That's just a fan fiction. It's just a slightly unusual fan fiction about someone, like, having a slightly strange run-in with a weird game in which their Pokemon on the video game becomes real. People are confusing creepypasta with fanfiction nowadays because everyone thinks it's so good. When they're totally forgetting the fact that creepypastas, well, the name's, I mean, it's kind of in the title, creepy. If it's not creepy, then it's just a fan pasta, I guess.
Yeah.
Everyone seems to like it, so whatever.
In fact, cause I'm reminded about, like, the, lighthearted SCPs that I was talking about.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, that's kind of,
it's not really SCP anymore if it doesn't involve, it secreting bizarre fluids that cause the flesh of humans to disintegrate on contact.
Well, I was thinking, well, it is, but at the same time, it's like there's a difference.
Kind of, yeah, it's like there's two different classes, I guess, because Dr. Wondertainment's creepy class, SCPs, they're the ones who are more lighthearted and just kind of like weird, rather than like weird in a whimsical sort of way, rather than a like, oh, what's this? This is so freaking disturbing sort of thing. And they're still SCPs, obviously.
Yeah.
Because they're unknown things, and
that's what I'm saying.
They have like a really detailed thing.
That's what I'm saying.
About
it's
them.
like not all SCPs are have to be like murderous coats
Bizarro
or whatever that eat
rifts in time that do nothing but cause pain and misery.
Yeah. That's what I was saying.
It's like, it's kind of like it's a different class. And it's not a bad thing either. It just essentially adds more variety to the stagnant pool of, like, I'm serious, like, the amount of SCPs that dissolve human flesh is insane. There's so many, there was, like, I think this, like, one that had to deal with, like, an army of rabbits that die and then, like, come back to life or some crap. And it's like, you can't touch them, when they're farming or they freaking, like, melt people. And then there's, like, this one mask that I think appeared in the SCP game that, like, has a mind of its own, and if it gets on your face, it possesses you, but at the same time, it secretes acidic fluids that burn your skin and make you die. And it's, like, really, really fantastic. Even though I think that's one of the ones who were, like, the original doers of that.
Yeah. So it's
like, they just got their idea essentially stolen.
Yeah.
Or should I say borrowed?
The SCPs that I find the most I really like the ones that have to do with, like, video and whatnot.
Yeah.
Like, oh, there's this VHS tape that plays different things each time. Or what, I'm just making it up, but, you know, there's a lot of things like that. Like, I think there's one where there's this, I think it's like a set of 95 DVDs or something, and if you play it, there's this guy that, it's a real guy that shows up on the video that you can talk to and whatnot.
Ah, nice.
But, it only happens if you watch an unwatched DVD. So if you watched it, it'll just do the same thing as what happened before.
So it's like it becomes a, like, recorded over.
Yeah, pretty much. And
which is actually a really interesting idea. Like having a DVD in which you can talk to, like, and have an actual conversation with an actual individual, and that, like, thing being instantly recorded over and no longer having the function of being able to conversate.
Yeah. And I think, like, the idea is that once they run out of the night, like, once they run out of unwatched DVDs, the guy is dead pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, you can still watch the previous videos, but that's,
He'll be dead in real life.
Yeah. Can't talk to him anymore. He's just a regular video at that point.
Like, I think there was one, it's been a while since I actually sat down and, like, read a bunch of SCP stuff, but when I was doing it frequently, like, just in the mornings before school, I'd get on that and read a couple of things or whatever, just for the heck of it. And this was probably, like, a year or so ago. There was one that I found that was, like, a game show. But the game show was really weird, as there's no recordings of it anywhere. And the game show, like, I think the game show had some kind of dark twist to it where anyone... Oh, wait. Oh, that's... Alright, so... Essentially, I remember what the game show does. Essentially, it's really weird because it advertises itself to select individuals. Like, it chooses a random person on the world.
Yeah.
And it just starts occasionally appearing with advertisements. Just like, you know, some guys like watching YouTube or browsing something, and it's like there's a sidebar advertisement that's basically like, come join our game show. You could win like a money prize and whatever. And so it just keeps appearing and whatever. And I think eventually either you have to voluntarily do it just to make it stop, or it eventually just causes the person to disappear, and they become a missing person case, and then they appear on an episode of the the show.
Yeah.
But the thing is that like I think after that they die or some crap, or they just disappear. It's really weird, and I don't remember much of it, but I know I had a thing where it just exclusively appeared to certain people, and there was no way to track where it's been. And then it shows up on random times in random places, be it like TV or a website or whatever. It just starts like a video pops up and starts playing with the recorded thing with that one guy on it, or whoever got sucked into the show. It was just really weird and neat. So like imagine like just
Is it that one?
Hold on. Hold on, I'll copy it. Yeah.
Because that one sounds pretty similar.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, it's Laugh is Fun. Yay. I thought so. It was like a really weird show or whatever, and it just is like, it pops up at random locations. And it's like called different things? Yeah, alright, this is the thing I read. Okay. Let's see, it's an anomalous phenomenon manifesting as a television series. Changes depending on the most popular format in use. So it's probably like on YouTube now.
Yeah.
Or maybe not YouTube, because it might get copyright claimed. They probably moved it to VidMe. Has 38 seasons of the programming are known, and have been active since 1970s. The title typically appears as Laugh is Fun, and other variations of the name, including Laugh is Life, Shrek is Life,
What?
Laugh is Laugh, are not uncommon. The series has no corresponding box art. It mimics box art from other television series, often causing viewers to select it by mistake. Yeah. Man, that would be such a cool, there's some really cool, weird ideas. Like, just imagine what it'd be like if you oh, I'm gonna watch some, Jeopardy on freaking YouTube or some crap, and then it turns out to be this show.
Is that what it says? Like it replaces random videos?
Like, yeah, it's like it mimics the box art of other television series. So, like, I guess the best thing, like, the best example would be, like, you're on Netflix, and you're like, alright, I'm gonna go watch Family Feud. And so you click on Family Feud, but what you don't know is that it's not actually Family Feud.
Uh-huh.
And you play episode 1, and it turns out to be Laugh is Fun.
Yeah. And then...
Which is actually, like, just really weird and neat. Pretty, actually kind of dreamlike, now I think about it.
Isn't it that one where, I'm not sure, but I could swear there's, like, another one where it's, like, a candid camera kind of show.
Yeah, it was like, I think I read that one too. It was like a candid camera, type show that would just, it would be like random people just doing random things, be commentating on it, but they couldn't find anyone, like, who was doing it.
Uh-huh.
Like, it just happened, it just showed, and it was like, candid camera show, but no one was producing it. It was just anonymously creating itself.
Uh-huh, and I think it'd be like people would have terrible things happen to them, and then this guy would show up, and then everyone would laugh afterwards, even if they were getting destroyed or something.
Yeah. Yeah, like, here it is. Alright, so it's like, the host is named Laffy McLaughers. And he's only seen from the neck down at all times. Individuals appearing on the show often react to the events as they witness with panic or distress, but immediately calm down upon the appearance of the SCP, the Laffy McLaughers. And this is true even when the individual in question. So basically, yeah, this is like a prank show.
Uh-huh.
So it's like it's like a hidden camera comedy series showcasing the candid responses of various people in bizarre, disturbing, and often anomalous situations. Episodes usually run between 10 to 12 minutes and feature introductory and closing segments that bookend the hidden camera footage. No episode today. So has like a credit roll, obviously. But anyways, it's like, essentially, it's just a prank, bro. He just, like, someone gets a giant space spike stuck through them, and they're bleeding. It's like, oh my god, what's happening? And then he just shows up, and he's like, it's just a prank, bro. Or something like that, and they're like, oh, Laffy McLaughers said, you weasel, you got me again. And then after the show ends, they die because the space spike killed them. So that's essentially it, and then it just like airs on those weird, just random websites disguising as other game shows and crap. And though investigations into the deaths have revealed a number of inconsistencies and contradictions in matters concerning the circumstances of the deaths, additionally, exhumations of the visuals remains have revealed that all recorded participants' bodies are currently missing. So, like, they presumably die on the show, but they're also now trapped forever in the show. Like, they don't even, like, exist in the real world anymore.
Yeah.
They're just forever as an episode of the show.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I could see that be quite freaky.
Yeah. And it says it even varies in the kind of stuff. Like, episode themes vary from the mundane, such as the beach and pets, to violence, such as mail fraud, arson, and terrorism. So, and it also says that, additionally, most recorded individuals, seem to express some degree of familiarity with, Laffy McLaughers, with some claiming to be fans of the show. So it's like they get, every time some random person appears on this show, it's like they're transported to an alternate universe in which they know the show. And they also exist only in that universe. Now they're gone out of the regular universe. And they're like, oh, hey, yeah, I'm a big fan of the show, as they stand there with the freaking, like, a giant shark biting their legs off.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, hey, man, you know, really, really glad to be on the show. And then just after that, they're forever in that universe. And, like, let's see, I don't know if each one, like, research into the identities of featured revealed that they are all persons who are officially documented as having died or gone missing the year they appeared in the program. So, assumedly, like, I don't know if all of the pranks that Raffi pulls...
Well, I think they say that, all the viewers are... Like, all the people who appear are people who actually watched the show before.
Yeah, like, it's... Like, they
like
had watched the show, essentially.
Yeah, like, they came across
which
the show.
I guess caused them to become a target for Laffy.
Yeah, so basically...
If you view the show, automatically you're on the wait list.
Uh-huh. So basically, if you watch the show, you're fucked.
Yeah. But hey, at least you get to be on TV.
As long as you consider being on an anomalous show.
Yeah, and being horribly maimed, but also being cool with it as soon as the ever-popular host appears.
Yeah.
And also, let's see, there's this other thing. Usually, during the time, the words filmed in front of a studio audience, created in partnership with
Is it
W
redacted?
or yeah, it's not redacted. It's YWT GTF or GTHFT is the name of the partnership. So it's just a bunch of random capitalized letters.
I'm surprised they didn't redact that.
Yeah.
That sounds like something that would be primed for, you know,
amazingly,
turning into black boxes
it doesn't
or
seem like anything on this page is redacted. I guess they didn't. I guess they felt like it was important to share all this information or whatever.
Yeah, but I feel like if they redacted the, like the whole thing about redacted, like the whole thing about it is that, you're supposed to fill it in. Like you're supposed to like be like, oh, what could be there? And then you make it up.
Yeah, then use your imagination to fill in the blanks.
Yeah. And that's supposed to be scarier that way.
Well, I guess random capitalized letters is kind of interesting. It's still got a lot up to interpretation, because they're capitalized, which obviously alone they don't really make any sense.
Uh-huh.
So maybe they're like, each letter stands for something.
Yeah, that is another thing that I was saying. Maybe it's like an acronym.
Yeah. Like, you want the great tomato house for Tom.
Oh, boy.
I don't know. I'm just looking at the letters and just putting in random crap.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, level 12.
I'm trying to think of more. What's my favorite SCP? I don't know. It'd have to be the classic 914. I don't know.
The classic 9421?
Nah, SCP-914. SCP-914.
Ah, okay, hold on. I know that guy, but I forgot what he does.
It's the classic.
Oh yeah, it's like the classic super machine who can do anything. Like the best machine ever, really.
The thing that turns things into more things.
Yeah. It refines and roughens them. Which is actually like a really... Like, this is one of the SCPs that isn't inherently evil, it's just based on how you use it, really. You don't really understand how it works, but it is mostly based on how you use it.
But I mean, it's also it's basically random what you get out. It's not entirely...
it's like a throw of the dice, but it's not inherently evil. It's just a thing that does its job. It does a thing.
I mean,
like, for some reason, like, in, like, the stuff that they put into the thing, like, they put a wristwatch in belonging to Dr. Blink, and they got a disassembled wristwatch, they put a cell phone, and then they got another cell phone, but a different model. And then they put in a Colt Python revolver, and from what it seems, they came out with a gamma gun. It like shoots gamma waves. Then they put in a live white mouse and got a brown mouse, and put a chimp in it, and then they got a data expunge, my favorite.
Yeah.
And then they put another chimp in on rough settings, and then they got a freaking screwed up, mutilated corpse. So it's really just a roll of the dice on what you get. But you're not gonna get anything really bad unless you're putting live animals in there, and then you're really running the risk.
Yeah, put like...
But I'm assuming if you're putting in just random stuff, it'd probably be kind of fun to see what happens.
Like, I think one time they put a D-class guy in there on Very Fine, and I think the whole thing was expunged, but...
Yeah, and probably just like he became ground hamburger meat packaged and everything.
Actually, I think it was more traditional, like
Yeah, like typical, like he was probably fated the same thing of like your typical strange, weirdo, macabre response for SCP.
I think they became some guy that could change invisible, run really fast, and...
Oh, yeah. I think that was part of, like, a listing or whatever that was in the game, actually. Like, the SCP game.
Yeah.
There was, like, some like, files you could get, and there was one thing that talked about the invisible guy. They essentially created another freaking SCP. Oh man, there was one SCP that I found that was actually kind of, like, depressingly funny. I can't remember what number it was, but it was a cactus man. Like, they found him, and he was, like, a guy who was also, like, he had cactus hands. And, like, they found him trying to be a superhero. But he sucked. He was like, man, I suck at being a superhero. And they're like, yeah, well, you got cactus hands, so we're gonna just imprison you, even though you're, like, an actual human being. And so he just got super depressed and suicidal. And it was not really good. but it's like it's hilarious because they essentially cut a comic superhero.
Uh-huh.
Like something. It's like if they like just randomly cut the Tick.
Huh.
And they imprisoned the Tick because they were like, "You're a superhero. Those are not normal."
Huh.
And then he just became like a depressed sack because of it.
I'm getting fucking turned around here.
Yeah. Are you? All right, you're still playing. I'm like half reading SCP, half remembering that I'm also still playing Earthbound.
Yeah. Also, that thing that I linked, which is
the experiment log.
Yeah, for 914. It's always really fun.
And like,
what?
Like, I was gonna say about, like, out of the SCPs, like, although SCPs tend to be pretty interesting, I've found a couple of actually boring ones.
Yeah.
Like, there was, it really wasn't boring, it just was kind of uninspired. Like, the whole dealio was an anomalous owl, which sounds pretty cool at first. Except for the fact that the only function the owl does is just occasionally, when it, like, pukes an owl pellet, there's, like, a human bone, or whatever, in the owl pellet, and they can't explain it. They're like, oh, that's weird. I don't remember eating anyone. Because it's, like, never been shown to eat anyone. It just randomly, when it is fed food or whatever, it just, like, there's, like, human bones in its owl pellet, and it's like, oh, that's odd. And that's it. Other than that, it's a normal owl.
That sounds like one of those SCPs that would have a, like an incident log later in the page.
Yeah. I don't think, it probably might have had. Because, you know, there's ones like the classic one and only, the freaking teddy bear. The one where it's like, oh, it's a cute little teddy bear, it doesn't do anything, it makes drawings like a little kid. And then it's like, it comes back with a freaking aborted fetus bear as its slave, and then it, like, comes back with an ear bear. No, I think the ear bear happens first, and then the fetus bear. And then there was, like, the screeching metal bear. And it's like, holy frick.
And then it got upgraded.
What the heck happened? Like, it went from being a cute little sentient teddy bear to freaking disturbed hyper-murderer. / deranged Minecraft creationist.
Yeah. And,
I think there was...
One SCP that I was thinking. One SCP that they don't test enough is, SCP-500.
I'll go with that. That's okay. Small plastic can, which... Oh yeah, that one.
Yeah,
the mysterious pill bottle.
Yeah, that can heal anything.
Yeah, and it has like a limited number, so they have no way to refabricate.
Yeah.
Okay. Could not speak that word. But like, it's basically like a one and done ultra cancer cure, and they're like, oh, this could save millions of lives, but we also have a limited amount, so they don't test it.
But here's the thing, like, despite its obvious uses, there are so many SCPs that you know, there's like super viruses and, you know, mimetic agents and cognito hazards and, you know, the whole works. And they're like, there's no known way to cure the symptoms of this SCP.
And it's like, you got the cure.
Yeah, and it's
it's in that freaking pill bottle that you keep saying you don't want to test. You got 47. 47. That's a pretty good amount.
Yeah, and it's like I guess they just didn't know about it. Cause
yeah, it might have. Most of that might have happened before, and they just never updated it. Either that, or they just haven't gotten around to testing it yet.
Yeah, and I like, even if like, yeah, like there's 47 of them, right?
Yeah.
Even if it's like a you know, a thing from the SCP Council or whatever that says we won't allow you to test this. That's still better than just saying that there's no known way to do something.
Yeah, because according to this one thing, there is a known way.
Yeah.
I wonder what would happen.
Like I think there's this SCP like it's a snake that petrifies people or some, and they're like, oh, there's no known way to reverse the petrification.
And I think there's also a SCP that literally is just a petrified person. Who just like exists as like they're called the living statue or whatever. It's like maybe that would cure it, or heck, freaking Cactus Man.
Yeah.
Use on Cactus Man so he can get back to his life and stop being suicidal because you freaking locked him up because he thought he was dangerous. Because I think one of his reports was that he was found trying to, like, he had caught a burglar trying to take an old lady's purse. And he got the burglar and, like, bludgeoned him with his, like, shootable spike hands. Like, the spikes on his cactus hands can shoot. Like a typical superpower. And so then he tried to give the lady back her purse, and then, like, he accidentally spiked her. Because his hands are freaking cactuses. So, yeah. So it's like, maybe he, like, got affected with, I don't know, space cactus.
Yeah, but I see that way too much. It's like
the whole, like, uncurable thing?
Yeah, the uncurable thing that you'd think would be curable by SCP-500, but they never even mention the existence of...
Yeah, like, Plague Doctor guy, yeah. Like, I want to know what they should do. Oh my gosh. They should show Plague Doctor guy about this medicine. Cause he's always, the Plague Doctor guy is like the guy who's always like, everyone's infected with the plague, so I gotta cure them by making them into my puppet zombies that do nothing but destroy. And it's like, you got any other methods? And he's like, no. Well, I wonder what would happen if they told him about a medication that can cure anything. And then they showed him. And then he'd be like, well, I guess I was wrong.
Yeah.
Because it's like legitimately, it legitimately believes that turning people into freaking superpower zombies is the only way to quote-unquote cure them from the plague. And this thing cures all illnesses, and what he's talking about is an illness, or at least it is in his mind. So they could try, like, that's such a good idea, and they haven't done it yet.
Yeah, and it only need one.
Yeah.
In fact, it probably wouldn't even need any, because you were mentioning, just tell them about it. And it's... In fact, you'd probably have to show him it, or else he might not believe you.
Yeah.
But...
Like, he'd probably still be in denial, but... Like, at least... Like, I think he'd definitely have a better reaction just than, no, that's not true. My way is the only good way, even though, like, He's supposed to be a man of medicine. Or at least he thinks he is. But like, there's just so many neat things they could do. They just haven't, and it's just annoying.
Uh-huh. There's only one left.
Oh boy.
But I actually forgot about it, so I could have gotten it earlier. But I forgot about it, so I have to go all the way back. And I've got a headache now.
Time to go to my favorite SCPs.
What
The
one
joke
is your,
SCPs.
What one is your favorite?
The rubber ducks.
What?
The rubber ducks. The
What?
anomalous rubber ducks that just exist, and they just float around the SCP base, or one of the SCP bases.
Why is that even an SCP?
Because they just disappear and reappear, and there's no way to actually catalog them, and occasionally they're wearing stupid costumes.
Yeah.
And they just literally exist as just random their nickname is Anomalous Rubber
What the
Duck.
fuck was that? Look at the stream right now.
Alright. Oh my god.
I've never seen that before.
Holy frick! It was the anomalies. They heard you talking about that. And they decided to make their presence clear. Oh my god! I'm so glad you recorded that.
Wow.
I've never seen that ever. Like, what even caused that?
I don't even... I think it might have been one of those, these things that suck you up.
Yeah.
And I was trying to get up here, and I actually managed to do it with that glitch, but damn. I've never seen that before.
Yeah.
I don't even know where I'm supposed to go anymore. Oh, okay. One hour 38 minutes. So probably 1 hour 35 minutes.
Yeah.
Just so I remember. Because otherwise I'd just forget.
Oh man. I just found a joke SCP
Yeah?
called colon 3, which is... Hold on. It's... that face. The freaking, like, Neko cat happy face.
Yeah?
And it's a joke SCP, and it is a highly virulent mimetic agent spread primarily via written, especially electronic text, and exposed to colon 3. The subjects are compelled to seek out an infected individual and ask what colon 3 is. Once explained to, subjects enter the second stage of colon 3 infection, in which they begin to insert duplicates of colon 3 in written and typed text. I think I actually had that once. Lost an ability to portray emotion. It is polymorphic and has been documented in over blank unique forms. Subjects will gradually develop variations of the standard colon 3 forms and spread those with the standard method as outlined above. Infected subjects will invariably enter a third terminal stage of colon 3 infection, wherein colon 3 progressively replaces all forms of textual communication. Just imagine meeting someone on the internet who only types :3.
What is
like, how was your day?
Is that the cat face?
Yeah, it's the little like jokey, happy cat face thing.
Yeah.
There's no known cure for terminally infected subjects at this time. With the advent of public internet, :3 infections are now propagating at an exponential growth rate. Current models show that :3 may outgrow the Foundation's ability to suppress it by 1990 blank. Addendum, researcher note. I don't know about this, guys. Like little like the colon sideways slash. I don't really see anything wrong with it, :3. I certainly don't see why we're throwing away so much money to keep :P contained. Dr. S blank with colon bracket as epion. And here's incident :317. The guy who posted that mission was terminated. They killed him. And then incident 38 involved a mass outbreak of :3 in acids. In acids in Japan. No wonder. These new instances of :3 documented have massively increased virulence and were described as cute by initial contact agents before their self-termination. By the O5, alright, so now here's the mimetic counter agent :301B. By O5 Council Order, mimetic counter agent :3 has been introduced to all major population centers. :3-01B introduces a subtle aversions to the elements of :3, causing individuals who view them to consider them silly or immature. As well, so they invented a counter virus that makes people discredit people's sentences when they use :3. Wow.
I think I've seen that one.
Yeah, this effect has proven to be to prevent progression to a terminal stage in 99.97% of inoculated subjects. So that means there's some random neckbeard running around on 4chan or some crowd who just responds to everything with :3 because he's terminally ill. You have terminal :3, Luigi. You can't speak in normal sentences anymore. I know. I've got it too.
How do you speak it?
Like, I guess you just say :3, or you make like a little Japanese nya sound.
Yeah.
Because cats in Japan go nya. So it's like you just go every time someone talks to you, just go nya, and then they're like, stop freaking weeaboo.
Yeah.
Like how this has devolved from freaking Metroid to just hardcore, stupid SCP meme talk.
Well, to be fair, I'm not really doing. I mean.
Yeah, like you're just doing filler stuff right now.
Yeah.
Aren't you trying to get back from all of the...
I'm trying to get.
Like you got one more to get right.
Yeah.
Amazingly, I'm still kind of playing Earthbound. And am now to the point where everything I'm coming across, I'm instantly killing.
So could you grind that way?
Yeah, alright. Well, actually, I'm not quite that high level because I just got in a battle with like a mouse and an android. So it's to the point where if I'm taking out individual enemies, they instantly die. But like team battles, I can like one hit both of them, but still they appear in battle.
Yeah.
see what else we do. They've added a ton of joke SCPs since I...
Isn't there like almost a whole
guess,
series?
Yeah, like, the joke SCP is insanely big list.
Uh-huh.
There's a lot.
I think there's also a bunch of SCPs in other languages now as well.
Yeah.
Which you have to view with Google Translate. But...
Yeah, just put this stuff through Google Translate and it's fine.
Most of which I've not actually read, but...
Wow.
What is it?
Oh my god. Alright. Okay, hold on. Let's see, what is this? I forget, I lost it. It was another, really, oh yeah. Alright, so SCP-145-J is called Another Shitty Day at Work.
Yeah.
And the description is a Sharp brand 1000-watt commercial microwave whose can use cause one of several anomalous effects on what is placed inside of. It doesn't heat anything, it burns everything, the edges get roasted, but the center is still frozen. Whole damn thing is ice cold, but when the plate it's on is molten lava hot. Smoke, lots of smoke. Tray doesn't spin. The tray alternates between spinning clockwise and counterclockwise, and then it's X'd out and it's like, it's supposed to do that, never mind. And it's like, it's just like, object class safe. It should be neutralized, but the site director is too goddamn cheap to buy a new one. Due to budget cuts. It's like the most angry person ever just wrote an SCP article on a microwave that they don't like in the office. It's available for general use. It isn't recommended though.
What are the reviews?
What?
You go to the bottom and then there's a bunch of...
you want to know what the reviews are?
Yeah.
There's an addendum and it says, really? This article got through the system? Who the frick maintained their database? Lobotomized monkeys? God, I swear. It's like no one else works here. I hate this place. And that's it. Oh my gosh. It's just so stupid.
Oh, I've got all of them now.
Yay.
Missing about half the missiles. And I think there's a few weapon upgrades I've not got because it's bullshit.
Yeah. Like, the freaking links you have to go through to get those.
Like there's an upgrade for the wave beam that you have to use like half your missiles to get.
Wow.
And it's like, fuck that.
Like at that point, why even bother?
Yeah. And it's not even really hard, it's just tedious as fuck. And besides, it's in another region, so I'm not gonna go back and get it.
Yeah.
Even though it would actually help on the final boss. But I have almost every energy tank in the game, so that should be easy.
They made an SCP for Comic Sans. where it's basically just like a typeface developed by the Apple Corporation, even though it's been like sponged because it's slow. It has a mimetic effect on most viewers, irritation, increased blood pressure, and severe cases of depression, anxiety, and massive. I'm assuming the data expunged is mind loss, which is a joke about a creepypasta reading group called Michael Leroy is the name of the channel, and they read crappy pastas, which are like bad creepypastas. And one of the stories they read cited like I think it was like the killer clone character suffering from, and I quote, massive mind loss as the reason why they were hospitalized.
And what does this have to do with Comic Sans?
Yeah.
What does this have to do with Comic Sans?
I guess it just has to do with the fact that it's terrible and you should never use it. And it basically, it's like people who see it gain these things like depression and anxiety and massive mind loss, leading to blank civilians' deaths. Between blank and blank percent of Comic Sans viewers, however, will become carriers of Comic Sans, known as Comic Sans-1. Using the typeface in all digital and printed communications, no matter the intended tone. For instances of wills, suicide notes, and 2 declarations of war. So, apparently they have documents of wills, suicide notes, and declarations of war written in Comic Sans by the original authors. Apparently. And, the evidence of a containment breach event starts with innocuous usages of the typeface in inappropriate locations for its handwritten style, such as party invitations, children's advertising, and illustration lettering.
Yeah.
And here they have a image of like a paper detailing adult probation and parole for a freaking like jail or whatever, and it's all written in Comic Sans. In severe cases, have been known to grow unable to perceive text. Okay, so people who get infected with this have known to not be able to read text that isn't written in Comic Sans. And a potential CK class reconstructing scenario in the events of a containment breach is currently being considered by research staff. Upgrading to Keter pending. And the addendum, which is written in Comic Sans, is, I don't get it, you guys. It's just a font by Dr. Blank. Requesting immediate authorization for termination of Dr. Blank by Director Blank, and it was granted.
Did it get upgraded to Keter?
I don't think it's upgraded to Keter yet. Let's see. Wait. No, it's still at Euclid. Its last editing was March 6th, 2016. So I don't think they're upgrading it to Keter. A lot of these joke SCPs I've seen don't get updated very much.
Yeah.
For obvious reasons. I'm just looking for the title. yeah, you're back at the starting area. Wow.
Yeah, that's... I'm about done with the game.
Woo.
And this is the final area. Well, I mean, not necessarily, but this is where the entrance is.
Impact crater. The land of Redemption.
I can close this page now. I feel terrible right now.
Well, if you don't think you're like up to finishing it tonight, then
No, I'm gonna finish it. I'm gonna finish it. I'm so close to the end that it's...
I don't know how much you have left. I'm assuming it's kind of like a straight path to the boss at this point, I guess? For the most part. Where are you? They made an FC page for the hype train.
Huh.
Which is, its description is exactly that of hype trains. You know, a thing comes out and everyone hypes it and then they get really disappointed.
Uh-huh. And here it is, the full thing.
Artifact of Truth. Wow, it's an orange version of the blue versions you've been collecting. Astounding.
It's Ridley.
Oh boy. The screen's so catchy. Yeah, there he is. Oh no! He broke that pretty tower that Sam has spent so much time trying to get a thing to activate. Slow for a second.
Yeah. I've got a bad headache.
Is this guy the final boss, or at least second to final? Because then you have a thing after this to me.
Semi-final.
Kind of under obvious reasons.
Finally, fuck.
And then the statues are like, screw you, Ridley. And he's like, no. Wish we could destroy her totem.
Yeah, pretty much.
The spooky ghosts of the chosen. Like, we can do this without a totem.
I'm gonna go back to the ship to save and refill.
It's gotten to the point where I'm literally just walking around the dungeon.
Yeah.
Occasionally, like, having to press the A button and just ramming into enemies and just watching the "you win" thing come up.
Finally to the actual final area.
Oh boy. More radioactive than Phazon. Like salamanders.
These motherfuckers are a bitch.
What? Oh no. It's like freaking, I guess, what, big choo-choos or some crap.
Yeah.
Where they just, you break them and they split into more and then you have to kill them.
The easiest way to kill them is just a power bomb.
Yeah.
But you don't have much of those.
So I like how the area just looks like alien Jabu Jabu land.
Uh-huh. Just a missile recharge. You know, not anything else that you might need.
No, of course not.
That's one thing they actually did really well in Fusion. Because
Just make sure you're stocked for the final area. Or at least something like that. Freaking the Metroids. Then there's
just shake them off and ignore them. Not really worth the power bombs. Final room before the final boss.
boy. Oh man, I'm so lucky that I actually looked. I was literally like 4 HPs.
Yeah?
I was just clicking A as I watched Metroid on the side. Whoa. The heck is this Eldritchian horror? It's like a freaking super duper Metroid version of the Titan group from Pikmin 2, actually. Wow.
Silliest name I've ever seen.
Wait, its name is just Metroid Prime? You're kidding me. Nah, it's gotta be named something like Omega, Super, Ultra, Metroid. The freaking Metroid Prime. Is after this game it's just dead and it never returns?
think more or less. I mean, there's a whole plot line about it.
That just continues on.
Yeah,
but it's
different.
like no longer. It should have been called Metroid after Metroid Prime. and then Metroid Prime 3 would be Metroid after Metroid Prime 2. or after Metroid Prime. It's, oh man, there's just...
Well, there's a whole
different way they could have done that.
You'll see once we get to the second game.
At least it doesn't have a boss battle similar to the Titan Weevil. I only say it's like the Titan Weevil. Titan Weevil from Pikmin 2 is also an insectoid monster. Only has 4 legs, and it's also pitch black like this one. But instead it's sort of a multi-attack boss. It does different attack phases based on elements. And then after you get it to a certain health, it like strips its armor, and then it just becomes super. Kind of like that dragon guy from Twilight Princess.
There's a few levels of this.
Oh, so he just keeps going down. It's like an elevator of terror.
Yeah. And actually you can see it on the map.
Oh yeah, it is a lot like an elevator. It's kind of strange. It's like they copy-pasted the room and retextured it. I like the weird freaking human face.
Yeah.
Inside of the insect monster. It's like the superest Metroid. It's like the final form of it is just like a normal human. It's like, oh my gosh. No, it becomes the ending of that one really bad Doom fanfiction.
Yeah.
the like Space Protection Committee or whatever the frick call Samus at the end of the fight after she just destroys the thing she thought was the Metroids, and they were like, "No, Samus, you were the Metroids." And then she's like, "No."
That was interesting. Well, it immediately, like it switched to your thing, and immediately switched back.
It, like, did a weird thing there where I guess it thought you were on.
Yeah. I'm not sure why it tries to,
Whoa. Oh god. Got to be kidding me. Oh no.
What is it?
Oh, I'm not playing Earthbound anymore. Nope. Nope.
Did it crash?
Oh, it didn't crash. No, it's something even better. It's soft locked. By soft locked, I mean I was killing foes and stuff,
Yeah.
and then I killed it a thing for like the millionth time, and it showed up the message that you found a cookie, and no, I don't want to keep the cookie. And it's like, then will you leave the cookie behind? I press no. Then it goes, then do you want to throw something away? So I press okay on that. Then, will you leave the cookie behind? Yeah? Then, do you want to throw something away?
Oh my god.
It's not letting me stop. I'm not playing Earthbound. I'm sorry, but Earthbound's dead. I didn't save at all. 0 save. The last time I saved is when I got on.
Well,
So.
okay.
Oh.
Not like I cared much about that playthrough.
Yeah. Yeah, because we really were in the mood for it.
So what's the next game?
Not Earthbound.
Well, obviously, but
This is amazing. I love Earthbound. It's my favorite game. I love the part where you try to throw the cookie away, and it says, that I've never had that happen to me. I think that might have been an emulation glitch or some crap.
yeah.
But that's insane. I shouldn't have dropped it. Now you're fighting it awkwardly.
Yeah.
Earthbound. I guess I'll have to wait another freaking forever years.
And this is that Phazon beam that I was talking about.
Ah.
Where is this guy? Where is he?
It's their freaking portal.
Ah, there's a trick that you can do to him.
Stun lock him?
Nah, but like the Phazon that you use for the beam runs out. And so, but there's a way that you can extend the light spin with it.
He fixed it.
What is it?
Freaking kidding me? Alright, so I was like, okay, so I'm just gonna load up Earthbound and see if it's still the same.
Let's see.
And
entirely sure how to do it. And when it's not, the only thing you can do is can't see. Thing runs out fast. Like
well,
jump rope with it or something.
Yeah. But I guess Earthbound's back. Because now that Ness is over leveled, I think I'll be able to get through this a lot quicker than ever before. Like, alright, this is my plan for this video. Because yeah, I know it's a slow game. And that's one of its biggest flaws, is that it falls under typical JRPG.
Yeah.
Like, speed.
That's hilarious.
What?
That we were talking about, oh, what's next, and then it comes back.
Yeah. It like, oh no, you ain't quit now. You done gone too far. But yeah, I do not know. Like, I literally just loaded it back up. Pressed A, was like, do you want to throw a cookie away? Or do you want to throw something away? And I pressed
did I
A,
just
and it's
win?
like, wait.
I don't know. I think I just won.
Whoa. You like hit it and did a critical or something.
Yeah. This bit right here is important for sequels.
Oh boy. Sequel bait. Oh no! What a jerk. He took Samus's cool suit.
Yeah. And this bit's stupid. Right here.
Collapse and evacuate immediately. Aww. Is it not gonna let you do a thing where you like have to run out of there?
Yeah, isn't that a cop-out?
Yeah. I was expecting a timer to come up or some crap.
Yeah.
And instead she just like has her ship on speed dial.
Uh-huh. Not to mention how you can get out of there so fast.
Yeah, like, come on.
And then the credits.
Well, that looks pretty good. Even with the cop out of thing.
Oh, fuck.
Your mess is like, yeah, we're gonna be nice and good on this weekend.
I like how you can control the credits.
Yeah. I love Nintendo and their little credit touch.
Usually the credits in Nintendo games are just like video files.
Yeah.
They have no control
They
over...
got a little bit better about it. Like, Skyward Sword, there's, I think at the end of the credits you can do a little harp playing thing.
Yeah.
As an Easter egg if you wait on the end screen.
Uh-huh.
And...
Also know most of these guys are English.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Swen, Larson, Brian, Harris.
And this, and then the Japanese names begin.
Satoru Iwata.
didn't know anything.
Just a bunch of Japanese guys. I have like $1,000. Actually, almost $2,000.
Yeah.
And Earthbound money. Yeah, if I keep up this like getting to grinding parts and just like whenever you're streaming, just like doing this.
Yeah, that would be.
This is really easy to do. Then I think this Earthbound playthrough will be a breeze.
Yeah, and it also
or at least
keeps
a bit more, or at least tolerable.
And it also keeps the commentary up.
Yeah, so I don't have to start scrounging around for shreds while I've been battling like the same freaking mouse a million times.
Yeah.
Metro Studios all select thank Gunpei Yokio. Yeah, the guy who made the Wonder Swan. And also actually saw potential in the Virtual Boy.
Just a shitload of names.
Yeah.
It's just
Who the frick is Rick and Mary? Who's the Emerald Knights? I don't remember Big Brother being a guy who worked on Nintendo games. And then all rights, including other stuff, are reserved to Nintendo or whatever. But nice thing.
Nazis.
Yeah.
Oh, and now you can play it in hard mode.
Yeah.
72%, which is a little bit higher than I'd usually get. Usually I skip a lot of the missile tanks and whatnot.
Yeah, I assume most of that percent that's missing is just all, or actually pretty much all of the percent missing is just upgrades.
Yeah. 917, which is stated, so it doesn't matter. Yes, I would like to save. I don't know where it's gonna save. And then it just reset the game.
Yeah, I'd say that was pretty good.
Yeah. Can't wait for the second one. That's the one I'm really looking forward to because I have a lot of memories.
Yeah, 'cause didn't you say you played that one first before you played the actual first one?
Yeah. I mean, there's also a prototype, but...
Yeah.
You want to stop emulation? Yes. So is this the prototype? I know there's a cheat code they can use to get the other weapons to TCRF. Metroid Prime. Which isn't really much of a, I'm not surprised, well, I mean, I'm not really surprised that it's not a featured article.
Yeah.
Version differences. The version differences suck. Because one of the only things they did was fix sequence breaks. I actually had one of the later versions where you couldn't do as much stuff. It sucked. I still have it, but it doesn't work anymore. Huh. I wonder if they fixed that boss music. It says an extended version of Flagra's boss music, even though
Oh yeah.
The reason it gets cut off is because of a glitch. And the whole thing is in all versions.
So it's just a accidental thing they shipped it with.
Uh-huh. Lore changes. And I think the PAL versions are the canon versions. Which is why I skipped over the lore.
Yeah.
Because I didn't feel like sounding like a dumbass.
Gotta love it when two different versions of a game have different continuities.
Uh-huh.
Looking at you, Pikmin 3. Which had some random, it wasn't actually anything bad in Pikmin 3, but it was still kind of just weird. I guess it was they gave the scripts to different people.
Uh-huh.
For each version, obviously. And Pikmin 3, there was a couple of random details and filler dialogue between the captains.
Yeah.
That had different things changed, and it's why? Now it's uncontinuous.
Finally. The error codes. Maybe I have everything on. For proto... Oh, I already have everything on. This is the prototype. Maybe it'll run.
Oh, snap. It's actually new.
Maybe it will progress. Oh my god, this thing is just... I hate it when it does this.
What?
It doesn't want to capture the window.
Oh!
Finally. A little bit of a different logo there. I mean, it's not this. I mean, it's not that different, but different HUD, different graphics for the beams.
Mm-hmm.
And it just skips right to the... It skips over the... Skips over the menu. Different text in the intro.
Mm-hmm.
Different intro music. That actually enjoy. I'd like this one more than the final version. From what I understand, the graphics are the same, identical. Different sound
That
levels.
ship.
I don't remember the ship being that overpowering of the music. This isn't. I mean, this is the. I'll shut up. Didn't remember the blur happening.
Yeah.
When they land.
Yeah, they definitely cut that out because that was like reminds me of like this freaking movies where they have to do shaky cam and blur all the time. For every action sequence.
Different sound effect for the beam.
Yep.
If you jump and then hold R, you stop in your tracks, which doesn't happen in the final.
Mm-hmm.
This is what the thermal visor looks like in the prototype. You can barely see anything.
Yeah.
Also,
it's making the Gamma, like, freak out on the street.
Yeah. Stealth Strike Corvette. Ship registered to Samasaran. It ain't called that in the final, I'll tell you that right now. There's this ceiling. I can't jump as high as I can normally. Like, I just stop at an invisible ceiling.
They've got a little invisible ceiling thingy going on.
I think you can actually shoot the boulders. I don't remember that. Being able to shoot an invisible wall.
Yeah.
Usually your beam just goes through them. Because it's cheating. Oh, also, the morph ball's a bit buggy. It wobbles around a lot.
Yeah.
But also the color of the thing is different.
It's like a kind of a lavender, I guess. Like a violet blue.
Yeah. The animation for escaping is different, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I'll actually progress.
Well, I'll be right back.
Okay, I'll wait here. Environment is unstable. Can I scan the door? Yes. You can't actually see the wobbling on the stream.
Alright,
Okay. Most of the scans in here seem to be the same.
I'm sure there's like minor punctuation things. It's
Yeah.
one thing that you see in a lot of like kind of samey, but also a few different sort of things where
Yeah.
like they like get lazy on the punctuation the first time through.
You know what's interesting? This prototype. Someone who thought they were being clever they got it and they changed this text right here to say like, "Welcome to the Metroid Prime beta."
Wow.
Even though it makes no sense. And fun fact, this version is that version. I just changed it back. Because they had a listing for all the bytes that were changed, and I just changed them back. Because I wasn't going to download it again.
So essentially just like they got the thing and they just changed it just for the lulz or whatever. Or they thought it was fitting. In case you didn't know it was the beta, because... Who would voluntarily download it and not know it's the beta?
I don't know. I was about to say that you couldn't scan this, but I can. I don't remember if I could scan these. They just say what they are, whatever.
Yeah.
The plasma beam is really different. In fact,
I think I read something about it.
I just vaporized that guy.
Huh.
With one shot.
Wow. Like how was the glow on his armor or whatever. Just sort of stuck around.
Uh-huh. What were you gonna say?
I think that I read the plasma beam has a different, like, animation for its shoot.
Yeah. There's no animation here for showing that you can go into here. There's no animation for getting the map, it just says you have a map now. And it's mapped to the start button. And it's a different
yeah.
And Zeke, what's the game?
Oh, an accessible quit button.
Now this isn't really a prototype, this is just the version of the game that was, you know, how they would show games in stores and
Like this, it would be like the version that they whipped up, so they could show it for promotional stuff.
yeah, and this is that.
Interesting to see how, like, I guess it's not that much, but how many things actually did change from the final.
Uh-huh. I'm surprised how different this one is from the final.
Yeah. gun changing was really freaking weird.
Yeah.
It's like it disintegrates, then re-disintegrates. I guess the guns.
The wave beam has 4 things.
Yeah, actually looks pretty cool.
Instead of just 3.
Almost looks overpowered because of that one.
Still can't escape this thing.
At least they remember to put the boundaries all the way up to that.
Is there a different animation for getting missiles? Unstable specimens are to be locked in solitary holdings until toxicity levels decrease. I'm not sure if that's in the final game.
Yeah.
Oh, look
that
at
would
this.
explain that
Look at
thing.
this.
That would explain that thing behind the door that keeps on like knocking on it. And it's not explained in the final game. But I think I said something about it.
Fire Flea. I'm not sure. I'm pretty. I don't.
I don't.
It might be called that, but I'm not sure. This thing on the other hand. A Sova. Native of Talon 4. This isn't even in the final game at all.
Oh, it's those little sand guys.
Like, there's nothing in here in the final version.
Oh, it's like they... That's weird. It's like they took them out last second.
Yeah. I'm not sure where they would be, but...
Yeah.
Oracles. Xenotropic life form unstable. The scanning icons don't dark enough to give scanners. So it makes it harder to... Okay, and if you press A, well, in the scanning mode, it just boots you right back out. Logbook entry. Way to go. Can't scan the hologram. Takes a long time to switch risers.
No way.
Phazon. More experiments. Phasia fusion. There's another scan here that explains a little bit of the story, but it's not here.
So essentially they were experimenting and creating like a thingy that utilized Phazon power.
Yeah, they just turn it. This thing just turns them into dust. More empty things.
Also, I noticed the energy, or maybe if you just haven't collected anything, any of the
Wait,
extra reserve tanks.
Oh, I'm not sure if it's different.
Well, I thought that there was still some like extra reserve tank stuff like up at the top. They were just like grayed out.
Yeah.
But I can't remember.
I'm glad they made them. I'm glad they made these things faster to scan.
Yeah.
Seems. I don't think this would have been nearly as fun had it been. Had it actually taken this long.
Yeah, like imagine doing this in Ridley's boss way.
Yeah.
Like, hold on, Ridley, let me just take a moment here to write things down.
Uh-huh. Also, this phase, this beam doesn't have any sounds at all.
Yeah. So interesting, the, like, lava-ish texture is a lot, sort of, it looks like the beer lava color from, Super Metroid.
Yeah. Wonder if this thing is here, this invisible wall. Yeah, it's here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Oh! Yeah! Whoa. Oh wait, it's not... Oh. I thought it crashed. Oh. Then it crashed.
Yeah,
oh, then it didn't crash?
It crashed, but it didn't crash. Like, it was like invalid.
Crashed. Like it started, it thought that it was gonna die, but then it was like, oh no.
Yeah, it was like invalid instruction, whatever. And then I just clicked OK a few times, and it just continued like nothing happened.
I guess the invalid instruction was okay.
I guess it doesn't matter. Watch something break later on.
Yeah. You find Pirate, and it's like just a missing no blob.
Yeah. Oh, I can use the bomb here. I couldn't do that in the regular version. I guess this is why this beam was never used. Because it's glitchy. And it doesn't really look that good. The save station is not operational, even though I could in the final version. Please insert sphere key to open the door. I'm not sure what that almost sounds like English.
Yeah. Please insert, instead of please insert the sphere key, it's just sphere key.
Did I tell you about how this boss, like, there was originally another boss room, and then it didn't work properly, so they made another one, and it's this one.
Yeah, I think you did.
Yeah.
How it was like, they like they made a whole nother room, but it didn't work, so they had to fall back and make that.
Yeah. The text that I've never seen this before. That's a glitch.
Whoa, it's like giving you instructions on how to play the game.
Oh, look at how the graphic right there from Super Metroid.
Yeah, the vital right there. And it's just that the freaking the fish.
Yeah. That's definitely a placeholder.
Yeah.
Especially with the regular font. Oh, the text for the boss health is a bit different. Like, it's a different font in the line order. Actually, it kind of makes sense that you have the ice speaker in here, because this is supposed to be set after Metroid 1.
Yeah.
And you had that at the end of that game.
Of course, Samus, I don't know, I guess she just has just bad luck and accidentally misplaces her weapons on planets she hasn't even been to before.
Yeah.
Well, like, I imagine she, like stopped at a fast food restaurant and forgot to roll up her space window. And then her, like, weapon upgrade just flew out of the window, and like, oh,
yeah.
What's that?
I've seen a few dash cams like that, where someone, like, I think they were flipping someone off because they did something, and then they were about to record it, but then their phone just went flying out the window.
Nice.
And the guy had like a what the fuck look on his face. And he's like, well, I guess that's that. That guy died before all the others.
Oh no!
Health recharge capsule. I just vaporized that guy. Is this something else? Because I don't remember. I think this is in the game. I could, like, it almost seemed like there was another section there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there was another section.
Yeah.
Or at least it felt like it.
This is pretty much just like the final game.
Yeah,
I can't.
pretty much.
Something I noticed is that I can't do the spamming missile trick.
Oh no. This was before it was glitched.
Yeah. So they actually added the glitch after this version.
Yep.
Also, I swear, like, this thing actually lights up more of the area, this charge beam.
Yeah, I don't remember it being this splashy.
Oh, there's no Ridley there.
Missed opportunity for a Ridley appearance.
I wonder what these things say. Subject Ridley, cerebral casing, blah 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 blah. Note that it's just Ridley weapon augmentation complete, stinger bullet, blah blah blah. That's just stuff.
Yeah.
Note that it's just called Ridley here.
Yeah, rather than Meta Ridley.
Yeah.
So I guess they came up with this new form's nickname, or I guess probably.
I almost don't think so, because there were... It was kind of before that. I think this is where the game...
So I guess they just hadn't caught that or something. Or they just decided to refer to him as Ridley there.
Uh-huh.
And then when you fight him, you'll learn the real name.
I'm gonna save the state. Then, well, I'm gonna go over here. And, yeah, that's just the... Space player ship destroyed. Yeah, and that's the end of the demo.
Success. And then it starts all over. Wow.
Yeah.
That's short. Sure, I'm glad they made it a full game.
Yeah. Listen, I fast forward it. I've already seen this. I want to see all the,
teasers.
Yeah. Because they actually show the rest of the game.
Here's that.
That looks like a bug. Just regular. There are a few glitches there. And I'm not sure about... I think they might have changed the layout of one of the rooms, but I'm not sure. That right there was with the regular power suit, not the Varia suit. And it still had the... It still had that, It still had the regular morph ball from the actual demo.
Yeah. The same sort of lavenderish morph ball.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if that's... I'm not sure what that is. It might mean they added it later on. Or something, but I don't know.
They might have had the files created, but just not had time to add it in.
Uh-huh.
Or didn't really think to add it in, because after all, it was just a demo.
Uh-huh.
And they didn't figure anyone would really notice.
That might be the end of the teasers. No, there's more. It shows the, like the super missile version. Oh, that was it? I know there's another program that you can use to view these. I think even without the scan line effect, that makes everything look dark.
Yeah, since I assume it's just a filter applied by the end game.
Yeah, and that's the end of the teasers.
I guess it's pretty neat to see that the game's fairly the same, just with some minor graphical and mechanical upgrades.
Uh-huh.
Possibly a couple more text changes.
An unused pickup with an unknown purpose. An early Varia suit featuring pads on the left hand. I almost wonder if that's the prototype Varia suit, because there was an earlier model that was from like 2001 or something. Maybe even 2000. But they replaced it because it was shit.
Yeah. So I'd say that's probably the prototype.
Oh, I accidentally this thing, and then this thing. These medals were used in the demo, but not in the final game.
An arm, a probably some kind of bomb thing, I don't know. And then that
a morph ball exclusive to the demo. The color scheme suggests that it's meant for the gravity suit, but there's no further evidence to support this theory. And an enemy named Sova that appeared in the demo but never made it to the final. That's the thing that you saw in the the containment thing.
The guy that looks like a smaller version of those sand guys from the like that sandy area underwater in Super Metroid.
And then the wave beams and plasma beams. Prototype speedrunning glitch. I don't think anyone's gonna care about speedrunning this.
Yeah, because it's not even a legit version of the game, I guess.
It is, but it's...
I mean, it is, but it's also just the same.
The thing is, I'm not sure if anyone cares.
Yeah. It's like one of those... Like, what's another thing? Like, just speedrunning some obscure freaking platformer from the 90s.
Yeah. Metroid Prime 3 is the only one that actually had a prototype. Like a real prototype.
Wow.
The prototype of Metroid Prime 3 Corruption is dated March 2nd, 2006, and is built on GameCube development hardware with an outfitted additional RAM. Only this hardware-modified version of the Dolphin emulator will run this. Yeah. This is from like a year before the final game.
Dang. So it's like an actual legit prototype.
Yep. Unfortunately, there's not much because, like this one, it only has the first part of the game. So it's like, you thought you were going to get a prototype? Nope.
You just get a freaking thing that calls itself prototype.
Yeah. There is other morph balls that it says that are never, like, they're just never in the game.
Fireball and Ice Ball. The game crashes. Yeah. But if you like put a stand-in for those files, it would work.
Yeah. There's a third-person view. This weird like spider morph ball.
Yeah.
We'll be talking more about that in Metroid Prime 2.
Spidery. Electric-y too.
Uh-huh.
Leftovers from Metroid Prime 2. Well, that's to be expected.
Yeah. You know, I think I'm gonna end the stream here.
Alright.
So I hope that everyone enjoyed this. Even, like, I really have a bad headache, so I just don't want to stream right now. So...
Yeah, and I'm starting to get tired.
Yeah, so I hope everyone enjoyed this. And...
Yeah, this was pretty cool.
I'll see you next time for Metroid Prime 2. Maybe on YouTube, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.